Hi, welcome to this lesson on the LeanFT. In this lesson, we will talk about synchronization in LeanFT, how to add the sync points and how to add the custom methods so that scripts will become stable. So let's go to the IntelliShay. Here is the IntelliShay, and over here what we have done is we have first of all checked if the object exists, and if the object exists we can do the operations on that. Otherwise we can say that object doesn't exist. So over here we are trying to find if the particular notepad exists. So this exist method has got two signatures. One takes no input argument, or another takes integer as the argument. So when you do not pass any argument to the exists method, that means it will wait for the 20 seconds, that is the default timeout for this object to appear or object to exist. If it doesn't exist even after 20 seconds, then it will come over here. It will not throw the exception saying that notepad doesn't exist. And over here you can put seconds like 3, 4, 5. So within that 4 seconds, if this notepad window doesn't come, it will say that notepad doesn't exist. So I'm gonna execute this, and since we haven't launched the notepad, it will say that notepad doesn't exist after 4 seconds. So that's how you can add the sync point in your LeanFT tests. It's very important method, exists, and you can invoke that method on any of the object, not just a notepad window, or you can use the checkbox.exists, anything, any object actually. So after 4 seconds it will say that notepad doesn't exist. As you can see, it is saying that notepad doesn't exist. And let's say if you start the notepad, let us see what happens. This time around it should say that notepad exists. Run this test. So notepad is launched and it says that notepad exists. So that's how you can check if particular object exists or not, and then perform the operations on it. So that's how you can add the synchronization point. Another way to add the synchronization point is by using this wait until evaluator. Wait until the test object state. So we can wait until a specific property of the object changes, and over here we have overridden one method, or this evaluate, which takes test object as the parameter. Over here you can pass actually any parameter to this one. It's not just window, you can give any test object actually, and over here you can use the methods of that particular object, and then check if the particular object's property or the method is equal to some value, and until it returns true it will wait for 20 seconds. So over here what we have done is we have launched the notepad, and then we have checked if waited until the notepad is maximized. And over here if we have also used the maximize method, and after the maximize method we have used this evaluate. We have invoked this evaluator's evaluate method by passing the notepad window. Then it will check if the notepad is maximized over here, and as soon as it finds that notepad is maximized, it will return true. Since we have called this maximize method on the notepad over here, it will be in maximized state, and then our test will pass. So I will execute this test as well. So we have used this wait until evaluator on the window test object. Instead of this window you can give any valid object like checkbox, button, etc. So it launched the notepad, then it will maximize it. There is some failure. Let's see what happened. Matches more than okay. There are two notepads, that's why the test failed. So replay object not using exception. This particular exception comes when there are multiple objects with the same description. So I'll close this both the notepads and then run the test again. Over here it is maximized this notepad, and then it will check if the maximized the state of this window is maximized, and our test has passed because the notepad window is really maximized. So that is how you can do the synchronization points in your tests in LeanFT. Thanks for watching this video.